Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? We got a bigger issue than the coronavirus. And, I usually talk about relationships on here, but as people know, I also have a business channel. I'm about to change that up, though. I'm about to change that up, expand what I talk about on there. But we got to have a more serious thing. This deeper than man gets woman. This deeper than, and the bigger issue is the economy, because the coronavirus, as much as people, you got all this talk about shutdown quarantines and all of that, uh, there's a 97% survival rate with it. People getting through it. Some people not even going to the hospital and stuff. Shoot. One of my young friends at a local stores was like, she wants to get it so she can be off for 2 weeks. The people who got to worry the most are older people with pre-existing conditions, right? You know, don't make a big deal out of that cough. I got allergies. It's that time of year for me. But anyway, right? It's we gotta worry about the economy because all this stuff. Well, let me finish up what I was going to say about the coronavirus. I mean, honestly, more people are dying from a regular flu, and we had a pandemic like this 10 years ago, the H1N1. You had 60 million affected by that in this country. Just 60 million, and, they ain't shut down anything. The economy was already jacked up, so they probably couldn't have handled it anyway. But, wait a minute, let me turn this off. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I had to turn that off. If any music plays from a station, they trying to get their cut of my money. But yeah, let me get some gas later on. Anyway, right? Yeah, I mean, it's we gotta worry about it because all these things shutting down. I mean, yeah, it might prevent the spread of it and everything, or at least slow it down. But what won't be spread is money. And see, the key to any economy is the flow of money. But if the money ain't flowing, or stuff is shut down, or people not coming into stuff, I mean, just like yesterday, I went to this buffet with my sons, and buffet is usually crowded on the weekends, on a Sunday if we go there, but it was empty. It was empty, and that's significant. And then you got a lot of stores. We know what's happening with the stores. People making that run on that toilet paper and everything. Or incidentally, I got my spot to still get some toilet paper, so I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna tell y'all where. I just gotta make sure I get there at a certain time before it runs out. But yeah, and shoot, the streets are empty. Usually when I'm pulling out here, shoot, all I had to do was stop at that stop sign. Usually I gotta wait for the cars to pass and everything. I mean, people don't realize this has an effect on the economy, and they might think, oh yeah, this will pass. And then I was telling somebody in the gym, yeah, this will pass and everything go back up. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. One, a lot of people get laid off, and then a lot of times when a business lay off people, they don't bring it back right away because depending on what they sell and what they have, they might not be able to bring them back right away. And see, some with many businesses, just a disruption of a few weeks is enough to throw them out of kilter. Just a disruption. And see, you got school districts on break, long break. Shoot, like Saturday went to the library in my county, and they were going to close. They're going to be closed for a few weeks because they had to get some books since my son's out of school, they had to get them some books to read. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Because a lot of times people might look at the stuff that's shutting down and think, oh, well, sometimes some of those people get paid, they won't. But you got to think about secondary stuff. Like, for example, the schools being closed. Now, the bus drivers might still get paid, but then like at my local grocery store every morning after the bus drivers make their first run dropping off high school students, they'll go to this local grocery store. It's nothing but bus drivers, buses in the parking lot, and they going in the store buying stuff. They not doing that now. So how does that affect the store? You know, how does it affect restaurants? Like if a restaurant, if they ain't really that crowded, if they not that crowded, what happens? They send people home, and some people living off of that. In fact, it was an article. I wish I had saved that article. But they were saying how many low-wage workers going to be affected by this because they the ones get hit the first. And then, you know, I've been seeing some stuff about, what's that thing? You know, some jurisdictions talking about suspending, like, evictions and stuff like that. But, you know, okay, yeah, that may save some tenants, but then the landlords, how they supposed to pay their stuff? And then even if you talk about suspending mortgages, right? All right, but those mortgages go to some company, and then how they gonna pay their people? I mean, it's like one of the things people got to understand in the economy is all connected. So something somewhere can affect something else. I mean, I actually took a day and started looking at everything, see how it affect my basic business. Actually, my business probably pick up. So, sex sales, you know, and some businesses will pick up. Anything if anybody who invests in some companies that make baby products or anything for babies, and just wait till about December because people still gonna get together and everything. But yeah, some stuff is gonna build up, but some stuff is gonna fall. It's gonna mess up a lot. I mean, we're talking about a recession. And one content creator y'all need to check out because he's really been hammering on this, talking about this, is Glendon Camera. Check out his channel, Hustlers Kung Fu. In fact, I'm gonna put a link to his channel in the description box. And this a real moneymaker. This a real moneymaker right here. So, you know, he got the experience in business and everything. You know, he's even talking about how to survive it. And I'm going to talk more about that myself on my business channel. I'm about to change the name of it because I'm going to expand just talking about business. I'm going to talk about just money matters in general. And that's in about a week or so. I'm going to change the name. And, you know, and it's, I mean, seriously, y'all, this is something you got to really think about it. I mean, I know people, especially in this sector of YouTube, want to go in on each other and talk trash about each other because I've been seeing, or at least glimpsing, I don't sit through the whole hangouts, trust me, people going at each other, but I'm like, hey dude, we need to be worried about this money thing. Y'all need to be worried about, concerned about it. Yeah, I'm concerned as a business person because I'm, like I said, I took a day and I was like looking at all the angles and stuff, and even then I was like, okay, here's a contingency plan if I got to put it into place just to keep money flowing. But what about people who ain't business people or got extra money? You know, don't have a large lump sum of savings to like really deal with. Because what's said, like the average American is living paycheck to paycheck anyway. The average American doesn't have $1,000 saved, or if they had an emergency that required $400, they couldn't handle it. So this is a, you know, a lot of people want some tight thing, and like I said, wage workers, and then you might not realize it, but it can come back and hit you anyway, regardless of what it is. And you know, I'm looking at the road kind of empty. It's like, oh my God. You know, I'm more concerned about that. Yeah, the coronavirus, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's a serious matter, but so is the flu. H1N1 back 10 years ago. But people survived. Yeah, in fact, H1N1, shit, in my opinion, that was way worse. That was way worse. That was 12,000 deaths in this country alone. And then even now, the number of people who have died this year from regular flu is in the thousands. Just regular flu. And like I said, coronavirus, Yeah, there's been survivors, 97%. You know, 97%. So it's like, okay, I mean, it'll be dealt with. That's the bottom line. But that economic thing, no telling how long that could last. Because even the last financial recession, major recession, there are many commentators who feel like we really hadn't come out of that. It's better. We've gotten better, but we hadn't got back to the pre-Great Recession levels. We really haven't. And I know just from what I'm seeing, I don't see how we had anyway. Because even just working and stuff, you could see a difference. And I mean, even before like this event happened, you had the retail apocalypse. A lot of people working in retail. You know, the trucking industry, they were saying some stuff. So that's the bigger issue. That's what it hit people. A lot of people won't get coronavirus, whether it's through quarantine or their immune systems are just like intact. And incidentally, I actually get more into dealing with this coronavirus on my Deep Thought channel. The description's in the the link is in the description box. Definitely check it out, because I addressed it, because it's too important a matter not to be addressed on like some level. And I actually addressed the recession a bit on my on a couple podcasts on my business channel this week as well. See, understand one thing about me: I can joke around, laugh, curse, whatever. Check out a woman as I'm driving. Nigga, wait. Check out a woman as I'm driving, but should stop. Nah, I ain't not. You might see another side of Rom, but you see me doing all that, even seeing that little thing. But when it comes to business and stuff, you see a totally different side of Rom. And when it's about business, it's about business, and people need to be thinking about it. People need to look at their job, their business, and whatever, and think about, okay, how's this going to affect me? How's a recession? Trust me, it can affect you in a way, because stuff outside of you, like my business, like publishing. My publishing business has been publishing since 1995, and it really took off about 2001 with the publication, second edition of Nice Guys and Players, right? And this is before ebooks, this before YouTube. My primary income was coming from bookstores, black bookstores in particular. I had a nationwide network, and plus distributors and everything. But when Amazon started getting big, ebooks started getting big, that affected the business. Some outside of me, not my business, but some outside of it. And I'm saying that because you got to pay attention to that. On your job, you need to be thinking about what position you're in. Now, every recession since I've been an adult, I've survived it. Actually did well during the recession. But that's because I knew it. Like, if you want a job or something, you need to look at your position and put yourself in a place where you're not they can't get rid of you easily. They can't get rid of you. I remember years ago I was working at this large retail place, and this was during the first recession, and they were cutting people and all of that. They didn't cut me. Shoot, they couldn't wait to give me a job. So, or like change my position. So you guys do that. If you're in business, you need to look at everything. And definitely check out Glendon Cameron's channel. I gotta shout him. I'm gonna shout him out, because I don't be in that competition thing with other content creators. But he's definitely he's more focused on business, and as far as having a successful business. Now, I've had a level of success, but not to his level, not to $1 million level. able to live on my own, able to be independent level, but not on his level. So definitely check him out, see what he got to say. All right. So anyway, that's all we got for today. This is a serious matter. I'll get back into my other stuff tomorrow, maybe, unless something pops up. But you know, that's a bigger issue, the economy, and that could affect a lot of stuff all the way around. You know, because you know what, I'm even say even on YouTube, because everybody you know, try and get that AdSense money and stuff. But what if a company can't afford to give ads? You know, and YouTube decide, oh, you know what, we gotta change some stuff up. We ain't getting that ad money. That's how deep it is. So you're affected on here. Don't be arrogant thinking, oh, this ain't touching me. Fuck that. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.